What's going on, guys? It's Stein, and we're back for some more Minecraft. I'm so excited. I've been so busy lately, and it's just been impossible to record, but finally back, and I'm ready to show off some of the things I've been working on. So, just a little bit of a preface as to what's been going on is I've been, doing school. If you guys don't know, I'm in engineering classes, sorry, and it gets hard sometimes to, do midterms and also record. So I'm kind of in the middle of midterms right now, and it's been hard, but it's almost 12 o'clock at night here, and I figured, you know what the heck, I got some time, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a base tour. I've been using Minecraft as sort of, I guess, a break away from studying, and, my girlfriend and I play together, and it's just been a lot of fun. I've also started playing on a server. So far, so good. I have no complaints about it. It's Tales from the Abyss, so if you guys have heard of them, feel free to check it out. And what's going on with my graphics? I don't know, I think I'm getting some lag because of my mob spawner. But anyways, I wanted to show off my single player file. This, of course, is not from the server. It's actually just my single player file. I've been playing on 1.16.1 Optifine. So I do have my shaders going, as you can see, and it is a little bit laggy, but I did recently upgrade my computer to have 32 gigs of RAM, so hopefully that'll help out with that a little bit. I've added quite a few new things, and although it doesn't look that different from the last time I showed it off, I figured I'd go around and show what I did, starting with this. So I made a giant statue of my Minecraft character. This entire thing is mostly made of concrete, so we got the white concrete and gray concrete, and for the pants I actually used jungle wood. So I actually have a pretty decent sized jungle right here, and keep in mind I did all of this in survival, so no cheats, no creative mode. I know I'm in creative mode right now, but you're just gonna have to believe me, I've done this all survival and legit. And it's not entirely done. I do want to turn the staff into 4 beacons going up. You can see I have one started down here, and I actually have the withers to make the other ones. I just haven't bothered doing the fight yet because I figured I'd record it for the channel. But yeah, this was actually a lot of fun, and I'm turning it into my house actually. So hopefully when it comes time and I'll get the inside all done, I'll be able to show that off, and it'll make a cool video. So that being said, I'm going to come down here and just kind of hang out at the bottom and just kind of walk around and show what's been going on. So I can't remember with the last video how far along I was with the villagers, but basically there used to be a giant village here, and I tore it all down. I had all my items in here in a little house, and I basically moved everything. I had a giant item storage here, which I actually just took down like 2 days ago, just like a big row of chests with all my stuff organized in it. But I got, a dragon head. I got all my villagers just kind of chilling in here, just for ease of access right now. I actually have another entire village just like off in the distance, and they're basically just hanging out, and they're all cartographers, so that I can make a bunch of emeralds really quickly. But yeah, got my parrots. Let's see what else we can show off. Okay, so the statue is up here, and what I'm doing is I'm making a bunch of different farms. So I have this room, which is glowstone and white concrete, but it's got kind of a cool effect just because it's glowing at the top and it gets progressively darker as you go down. And then I have a water elevator here, so I don't know if this will actually work in creative. Oh yeah, okay, it will. I'm just going to go into here. I'm just going to mess this up repeatedly, apparently. There we go. And this is my new storage system I'm working on. So this is actually covered in water. It's kind of hard to see with Optifine. But it's just like a typical, faction server kind of deal. It's got obsidian behind it, and it's going to have water covering it, so it's protected from all kinds of explosions. And I'm making the entire floor out of crying obsidian. Now, obviously I'm not done because crying obsidian is near to impossible to get. You have to get it from trading piglins. So I've traded, I think, like 3 stacks of gold blocks at this point just to get all this crying obsidian. And I still have like half the floor to go. But so far, so good. I did go to the end, and I got like 25 shulker boxes or something like that. So I just have tons and tons and tons of storage space now, and it's made things a lot easier. I rescued a donkey. I've, rescued a bunch of other stuff. There's a bunch of slime still around, but for the most part, I've kind of covered up the slime chunks. Underneath here, it's still kind of hollow, so there is a bunch of slime, so you can kind of hear them jumping around, but I do intend to turn this area here into some kind of slime farm. Although up here, I might actually do it here because actually like the majority of these are slime chunks. I don't know if you can see with the cobblestone here, but all the spots where there's cobblestone, that's actually where a slime chunk is. And I'm pretty sure this middle one is too. I haven't actually confirmed it though. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, I have this beacon here. So with the cartographers at my other village, I've just been saving up emeralds, and I, of course, fought the Wither and got a bunch of emerald blocks and made my thing. Don't worry, this is completely solid with emerald blocks. I didn't cheat it. So I do need to make a lot more, so I'm going to have to spend some time and get that this week just so I can get the 4 beacons for the staff. But I really, really, really like how my statue turned out. It's better than most things I've ever made. It's definitely not the biggest thing I've ever made, but I think it's pretty cool. Like, it's the most detail I've really tried to put into anything in Minecraft. Moving right along here though, I do have this skyscraper I started building made out of quartz and all the blackstone and some glass panes. This is going to get more and more detail added to it over time. Sorry, I'm dropping frames like crazy. My computer just can't seem to handle my mob spawner. So I don't know if I got into this a whole lot last time, but this is my mob spawner. And you might be asking yourself, like, okay, like, how is he spawning so many mobs? And the short of it is, because I'm in a giant hole and everything is torched up, there's no other spaces for mobs to spawn, so everything has to spawn on these levels here. And then you can kind of see it from here, but I have dispensers shooting out water, which forces all the mobs off the side and they fall down. This is incredibly impractical for normal worlds, but because I dug my base out using just like a giant hole, there is no other places for things to spawn, and so I can just, you know, filter and sort all the mobs into one place. Now over here, I do have my cactus and bamboo farm. Now, back in, I think it was like 1.15.2 and like back, you had the 0-tick farm, so you had like 0-tick bamboo and 0-tick like cactus and stuff like that. And this was my way to kind of remedy that. It was just like kind of go through and make as much of it as possible, so it was just a constant stream of both. But unfortunately, it's just not very efficient. It's just good for kind of banking XP, but now that I have what are they called, the alchemist guys, they just sell potions of enchanting anyway, so it's kind of useless to have this. So I do intend to tear this down and make something better out of it. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. It's just, I have a lot of resources put into this thing and I just don't really want to waste them. So if you guys have any idea of what else I could do to like kind of make this better, or, you know, turn it into something more useful, let me know. And of course, you know, I got the same village as last time. Definitely a lot more iron golems now. They just kind of keep spawning and I keep dragging them over here, so it's a very safe village, I guess. They're good for taking out all the slimes, and I guess I have a few villagers that live here. I actually just didn't even know that one was here, so that's kind of cool. But I also have, you know, a little mini like kind of forested, it's kind of like a forested area in a park, you know, like it's not really meant to be like a giant forest, but it is, you know, just kind of cool to walk around in, I guess. And I did move all my pandas, so I did have pandas over by my house in the previous video, but I ended up moving them over here and kind of gave them their own spot. I do intend to kind of terraform this a little bit and give them a better place. And I actually should probably get rid of that lava before they wander into it. But for now, they seem to be content just kind of hanging out near the bamboo. And I've been trying to get variants of them by breeding them. If you guys didn't know, if you breed pandas over time, sometimes you'll get, like, they usually try to end up like one of the parents, but once in a while you get a genetic mutation, you'll actually get one of the other variants of pandas. So I've been trying to get one of each panda, but it's just nearly impossible to do. So, you know, in due time. But one other cool thing I added, besides, you know, the drowning iron golems in here, is my conduit. So I actually made a video about this, or well, making conduits, like a long time ago when I first started my channel. And I always wanted to make one. I never actually made one in survival before. So I decided to make one for my giant waterfall here. This was actually in my old video. I don't know to what extent I really talked about it, but it was a pretty simple build and I like it. It's got, you know, the hidden mine shaft behind it, so that's kind of cool. I don't think I really showed this off last time, mainly because I forgot about it until just now, but it's pretty cool. I like the fact that, you know, it's got a big river going through it, and the reason I moved a lot of my stuff is I'm actually debating on making the river coming through here and kind of like swooping in a little bit like this and going through. but we'll see. I kind of like how it is right now, how it just kind of pools right here. I might maybe widen it a little bit, but we'll see. One thing I did want to show off is kind of, I guess, proof that I've been doing this all legit is my Tnt Bomber Wall. So as you can see, I wanted to expand the base outward this way, and unfortunately this is all mountain area. It's actually gravel hill mountain or whatever over in that direction, which I've been using for flint to sell for emeralds. But as you can see here, I've begun making a ton of TNT bombers. And as you might imagine, when I run all these at the same time, it's incredibly laggy. So I'm obviously not going to do it right now. But the plan is to essentially double the size of this area that I have bombed out. Now, when I say bombed out, I actually dug a lot of this by hand. Like, obviously, I didn't dig this all out. This would be crazy if I dug this all out. But I did dig out a fair chunk of it. I think it was this chunk here actually that I did all by hand. But anyways, yeah, I do intend to stretch this out. It does go all the way back here. I just kind of torched it up because it was ruining the effectiveness of my mob spawner. But originally I'd planned to just come to this little obsidian barrier here, but I might actually go further back. The problem is when you run that many TNT bombers, if you don't follow them with the elytra, they glitch out because they go out of render distance, and then things happen to the redstone and it stops working. So it's kind of hard to make it bigger than this, but I'll figure out a way and maybe make a video about it. But yeah, I still have all this to bomb out and a little bit of that mountain to bomb out, and hopefully this area will turn into something kind of cool. This is kind of a cool little throwback here. So I still have the original house. This was my very first house I made on this file. But the problem is I don't want to bomb it because it's directly below where my TNT bombers are. So I'm going to have to encase this in obsidian and probably water just to kind of protect it, because I'm treating it kind of like a little landmark, I guess. Like, you know, I'm going to put up a sign and everything. But yeah, so that's, I guess, not that interesting, but whatever. It's interesting to me. And I'm just going to come over here because I did forget. I did add this staircase, which I guess this panda is trying to escape from. But yeah, I added a staircase because I was just tired. Whoa, I didn't know these guys were even up here. Well, wow, good job. Added this just to like kind of get horses and stuff. I do have a bunch of skeleton horses that I've appropriated over time because when it thunderstorms, it's just a big open area, so I have a better chance at finding them and just like being able to defeat them pretty easily with all the iron golems. This is actually my original Nether Portal, and like my original base, I do kind of want to keep this safe. Obviously I can't explode obsidian, so I haven't really tried to like encase it or anything, but eventually I'll put it in glass or something and show it off and make a little museum out of it, I guess, or a little art piece. I think that's everything for now. There was one thing I did kind of want to show off, which I didn't think I would ever be able to get to. So, I'm just going here. So this is the little house I made. I was gonna put this for like the mayor of the village, but I've kind of been taking it for myself, and I also have my mending villager in here, and I think he has Fortune 3 now too. I got really lucky with him. But I actually died when I first made this file. And while I was out exploring like a couple weeks ago, I actually found where I died, and because those chunks hadn't been loaded yet, all my original items from when I died were actually still there. So all my original iron gear from when I first started the file, as well as my first diamond pick, were still there, and I managed to save all of it. I got the golden hoe that I found in my first little outing. Like, I couldn't even believe that I found this. Oh yeah, this is just my armor. I'm in creative mode, so I took it off just to kind of show off my skin, but it's all right. I got, you know, the Trident Rich Boy, and I got Silk Boy here, just, you know, not to brag or anything. But yeah, so I do intend to keep working at this file. I just kind of do this one for fun. Like I said, I did join a server recently, and I'm still kind of messing around with that, seeing if, you know, what I want to build on that, and everybody seems pretty nice on there so far, so hopefully that'll continue, and I'll, you know, get some fun out of that. Maybe do some mini games with the people on the server, or, you know, do some builds and be able to show them off. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. Oh, that's kind of cool with the moon. It's actually a full moon here right now. So, but yeah, actually there's one more thing that I do kind of want to show off before I end the video. So while I was working on this, I was working on the inside of this a couple days ago, and lo and behold, these guys spawned on top of my head. So they just live here now. These are my head llamas, and I feel like this is like the perfect place for them to just kind of hang out and just live out their lives. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. Again, really sorry about the frame rate. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I think it's just because of the shaders and recording and whatnot, but you know, whatever. But yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure you leave a like. I just want to say thanks. I've gotten an insane amount of support lately. Like just in the past 3 days alone, I've gained 50 subscribers. So, you know, that welcome all the new subs. And I don't know what you guys see in my channel and my content, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you enjoy it, and I like making it. So if you guys have any suggestions for videos, please don't hesitate to tell me in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. So thank you again, and later.